Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, my dear student, in my today's online class. I am Muhammad Ashraful Islam, lecturer, Department of Physics, Manston College. Today, I am here taking an online class. I hope this class will help you the better study at your home. Today, I am going to discuss the very important topic, current electricity, from your Physics second paper book. And my today's topic of discussion is equivalent resistance, combination of circuit of resistance, internal resistance, external resistance, and the relation between internal resistance and electromotive force. And at last, I will discuss about the combination of the cell, and I try to solve some creative question related to that topic. I hope this class will help you the better study at your home. I hope all of you will enjoy the class. Okay, my dear student, let's begin. Now, I would like to talk about equivalent resistance. And equivalent resistance means if we used a single resistance instead of all the resistances, then the amount of current will not be changed and the electromotive force also will not be changed. And that a single resistance is called equivalent resistance. Here you can see this is a mixed circuit, and if we use a single resistance instead of all the resistances, due to this the current of that circuit will not be changed. Current of that circuit will be I and electromotive force also be same, it will be I. So that the single resistance is called equivalent resistance. Now I will discuss the combination of the circuit, and you know there are three types of combination. One is the series circuit, number 2 parallel circuit, and number 3 is the mixed circuit. Let's have a look. Series circuit. Series circuit means if the electronic device connected one after another in a single loop, that type of circuit is called series circuit. In another word, we can say if the second terminal of the first resistance is connected with the first terminal of the second resistance. In that way, these resistances or electronic appliance connect one after another and it's make a single loop. That type of circuit is called series circuit. And in case of the series circuit, the current will not divide. The current will flow in the same way. Suppose from the source I amount of current is produced, this current will flow through all the resistances. It will not divide. But the potential difference across the resistance R1 and resistance R2 will be different. It depends on the resistance. Now, if you want to calculate the equivalent resistance of the series circuit, then we have to know, we know the voltage, the total voltage of the circuit will be the voltage difference across resistance R1 and voltage difference across resistance R2. And according to the Ohm's law, we know the formula of the Ohm's law is V equals to IR. Now, if we put this formula for this both resistance, then we can write here, in case of the first resistance, the current is I, resistance is R1, and the second resistance current is I and resistance is R2, and it will be I RS. Now, if we taking common I from the both side and cancelled out, then we will get the equivalent resistance of the series circuit is RS, and which formula will be R1 plus R2. We have here only two resistance, but if we arrange three resistance or more than three resistance, so we will write this formula in a series. In the series pattern, it will be RS plus R1 plus R2 plus RRR plus dot plus Rn. So this is the formula to calculate the equivalent resistance of the series circuit. Let us know what is parallel circuit. Parallel circuit means if the electronic components are connected in such a way that the first terminal of the electronic components are connected in a single point and the second terminal of the electronic components are connected another single point or another common point, that type of combination or that type of circuit is called parallel circuit. In the diagram, you can see this is the first terminal of the resistance R1 and R2, and that first terminal connect here the common point. Suppose this point is A, and the second terminal of the two resistances R1 and R2 are connected here another common point. Suppose this is B, and that type of combination is known as parallel circuit. And in case of the parallel circuit, the current will be divided when the current I is produced from the circuit, and when this current I reach at the point A, then this current will get here two-way. This current will get here two-way, and the current will divide, and we will get here branch current. Suppose from R1 resistance here I1 ampere is current, and through the R2 resistance I2 ampere will flow, and that current will depend on the resistance. If you consider the resistance of that both resistance will be same, if the resistance of the both are same, then the same amount of current will flow through the resistances. But if we consider the resistance of the second one, this one is greater, then the less amount of current will flow through the second resistance, because we know current is inversely proportional to the resistance. In the second component here, the resistance is more, so less amount of current will flow through the second resistance, and in the first resistance more amount of current will flow. And if we add these two branch current, then we will get the main current. And in that circuit you can see here potential difference will same, because both of the resistances are connected with the source. The positive end, the first terminal of the resistance is connected with the positive end of the source, and the second terminal of the first resistance is connected with the negative end of the source. Similarly, the first terminal of the second resistance is connected with the positive terminal, and the second end of the second resistance is connected with the negative terminal. So we can say the potential difference for both resistances are same. So we can say here, in a parallel circuit, current will be divided, but potential difference will remain same. Voltage will remain same. And this parallel circuit is more convenient, because this parallel circuit is used in our house. We connect some electronic appliances such as bulb, fan, television. All the electronic appliances connect in a parallel combination, and we make a separate switch in a parallel combination. So this is the another advantage of the parallel combination or parallel circuit compared to the series circuit. Now, if you want to calculate the equivalent resistance of the parallel circuit, so we know the summation of the branch current will be equal to the main current. Suppose we consider here the R1 resistance, here I1 ampere current will flow, and through R2 resistance I2 ampere will flow. And according to the Ohm's law, we can write V divided by R. I equals to V divided by R. If we apply this formula in aspect of our figure, then we can write V divided by Rp, and for the first resistance potential will be same, but the resistance is R1, and for second resistance potential will be same, but the resistance is R2. Now if we taking common V from the both side and cancelled out, then we will get the final formula of the equivalent resistance of the parallel circuit, which will be 1 by Rp is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. In our circuit we have only two resistances, but if any circuit there are more than two resistances, so we can write the formula like this, dot 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 plus 1 by Rn. So this is the formula to calculate the equivalent resistance for parallel circuit. I hope all of you have understand. Now external resistance and internal resistance. Internal resistance means the resistance inside of the cell. That means when the electricity try to flow through inside the cell, then due to the chemical, the electron or the electricity get obstacle and get resist, and this resist of the electron or resist of the electricity is known as internal resistance. and internal resistance is represented by small letter r. And outside of the cell, all the obstacle or all the resistance which resist to the flow of current, that resistance is known as external resistance, and external resistance is represented by capital letter R. I would like to explain very important topic, that is the relation between internal resistance and the electromotive force. I already explained the internal resistance. The resistance inside of the cell, it's called internal resistance, which is represented by a small letter r. Now let's have a look what is electromotive force. Electromotive force means the amount of work done to bring a unit of positive charge from one point of the circuit to the same point of the circuit by traversing the whole circuit is called electromotive force. Suppose if we carry unit of positive charge from the positive end of the source by traversing the whole circuit, if we again come back this positive charge in this positive end, the work done, that is called electromotive force. Here we can see the work done to bring the positive charge from positive end of the point by traversing the circuit. Again the negative on the negative end of the source is suppose this is V1, and if you consider there is an internal resistance, so due to this we have to apply some work done. Suppose this work done is V2. Now what will be the total work done? We can say here the total work done or the total energy, which will be equal to the summation of these two energy, V1 and V2. And we know, according to the Ohm's law, we know the formula is V equals to IR, and here I, that means these are series combination. So I ampere, suppose I ampere current is produced from this source, and this current will flow through this R resistance and a smaller resistance. So as these two resistance are in series combination, so same amount of current will flow, but the resistance for this resistance is R and this resistance is small letter r. Now if we taking common here, if we taking common I, then we can write capital R plus a small letter r. Now if you want to calculate the current, then the formula of the current will be I equals to E divided by capital R plus small letter r. So this is the formula to calculate the current when internal resistance is included in this circuit. But this is the common difference between a formula of Ohm's law, which is I equals to V by R. Here we consider only potential difference. Potential difference means the amount of work done to bring a unit of positive charge from one point of the circuit to another point of the circuit. And in that time, the work done will happen only for the external resistance. That is why we can write here voltage difference divided by external resistance. But if you consider here the internal resistance, so external plus internal resistance, that means in case of the electromotive force, you have to traverse the electron for the whole circuit. The external resistance, that means it will pass external resistance and internal resistance also. So the total resistance will be capital R plus small r, and this will be here electromotive force. So we can compare these two formula. Now I would like to explain a very important topic. This is combination of cell, and this is as similar as the combination of the resistance. And there are three combinations of cell. Number one, series combination, parallel combination, and the mixed combination. And I already explained the series combination and the parallel combination. Series combination means if the cells are connected in such a way that it's connect one after another. In another word, we can say if the negative ends of the first cell is connected with the positive end of the second cell, and similarly the negative end of the second cell is connect with the positive end of the third cell. In this way these cell are connect one after another. That type of combination it's called series combination. So you can see this is as same as the series circuit in case of the resistance. Now parallel combination. Parallel combination means if the cells are connected in such a way that the positive terminal of every cells are connect a common point. Suppose this point is A, and the negative terminal of the cells are connect in the another common point, and that type of combination of cell it's called parallel combination. And this parallel combination as same as the parallel combination of resistance. Now let's solve how amount of current will flow through the series circuit. So to derive the current of the circuit, let's consider the total EMF, that means electromotive force. Here we take three cells with electromotive force E, and electromotive force of each of the cells are same, and internal resistance is small letter r, and internal resistance of all the cells are equal, and here capital R is the external resistance. Now as these three cells are connected in series, so the total resistance will be E plus E plus E, E plus E plus E. That means if we connect here n number of source, then we can write the total electromotive force for the series combination will be NE. In the same way, we can calculate the equivalent resistance of the internal resistance. These internal resistance are connected in series combination, and you know the formula to calculate the equivalent resistance of the series combination is R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rn dot dot dot. If you consider here n number of cells, then we can write the equivalent resistance of the internal resistance for series circuit is NR, and here the external resistance is R, and we know the formula to calculate the current is, we know I equals to V divided by R, and in place of V we will write here N E, and there is two resistance, one is the internal resistance and another is the external resistance. So the total resistance will be capital R plus N small letter r. So this is the formula to calculate the current for series circuit, and here N is the number of cell. Suppose in your given circuit there are 3 cells, so the value of N will be 3, and if your given circuit suppose there are 4 number of cell, then the value of N will be 4. E is here electromotive force, small r is the internal resistance, and capital R is the external resistance. Now let's have a look what is the current that passing through this parallel combination. In the diagram you can see all the internal resistors connected here parallelly, and the potential difference across all the cells are same. So we can write here total electromotive force, which will be equals to capital letter E, because electromotive force all the cells are same. Now what will be the equivalent resistance for internal resistance? And we know this internal resistance connect in parallel combination, and with the formula to calculate the equivalent resistance for parallel combination is 1 by Rp equals to 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R plus dot 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 dot. Then if you consider there are n number of source, so we will get its value is N divided by R. Now if you want to calculate only value of Rp, it will be small r divided by n. Now we know the formula of current where internal resistance is included. The formula is I equals to E divided by capital R plus small r. But here, in case of the small r, we can write Rp, right? We can write here Rp. Now, for the parallel circuit, the total electromotive force is here E, and resistance is capital letter R. This is the external resistance, and in place of Rp, we can write here small r divided by N. Now, if we simplify this equation, this N will be multiplied with, if we LCM these two expression, then we can write Ip equals to Ne divided by Nr plus small letter r. So this is the formula to calculate the current in case of the parallel combination. Let us discuss about some conditions related to the series combination and the parallel combination of the cell. The first condition, if the external resistance is greater than internal resistance, that means if the capital R is greater the small letter r, then we can neglect the value of small r, that means Nr will be negligible. And if you neglect this value, then we have only remain Ne divided by R. So finally we can write here N into E divided by R, and this is represent the current of this a single cell. This is the current of the single cell, and N multiplied means the current will flow large amount. In order to get the huge current, you have to arrange the circuit in such a way that the external resistance will be greater than the internal resistance. Now let's see the second condition. In that second condition, if you consider the internal resistance is greater than the external resistance, that is small r is the greater than capital R. In that condition, we can neglect the value of capital R. So we neglect this value. So we have here only Ne divided by Nr. Nn will be cancelled. We have only remain E divided by R, which represent the current flow only a single resistance. So we can say for this condition only a few amount of current through the circuit. Again I repeat, if you want to get the huge amount of current or a large amount of current through the circuit, so you have to arrange the circuit in such a way that the external resistance will be very large than the internal resistance. Now let's see the same condition for the parallel combination. In the parallel combination, if we apply external resistance is greater than internal resistance, then we can neglect the value of R, then we will get the current for parallel combination is E divided by R. So this is represent only the current for any single cell. This value is less. Now if we consider the internal resistance is greater than the external resistance, and for that condition we will neglect the value of capital R, external resistance. So if we neglect this value, we have only given here Ne divided by R. So finally we can write the current for parallel combination is N capital E divided by R, and this represent the current passing through a single resistance. If we have here 3 cells, then the current will be 3 multiplied of this each cell. So the current will be large. So we can say in order to get a large amount of current in the parallel combination of the cell, you have to arrange the circuit in such a way that the internal resistance will be greater than the external resistance. Now I would like to solve a creative question related to our today's topic. Let's see the creative question on the board. This question was appeared in Dhaka Board 2019, and in that question there are 2 circuit. In the circuit A there are 2 cells, and the electromotive force of the 2 cells are 1.5 volt, and these are equal, and internal resistance for both cells are equal, which is 0.5 ohm, and there is external resistance which is R1, and value of external resistance is given here 10 ohm. And in the circuit 2 you can see these 3 cells are connected in parallel circuit, and electromotive force are given here 1.5 volt, and internal resistance of this cells are given 0.3 ohm, and external resistance is given 10 ohm. And question C is find the current of the circuit A. We have to calculate the current of the circuit. So if you want to calculate the current of the circuit, you have to know what is the arrangement of the circuit, and the circuit is arranged in the series combination. So let's see the given information first. Here electromotive force is given, E is given here 1.5, and external resistance is given here 10 ohm, internal resistance is given here 1.5 ohm, and we have to calculate the value of current Is. We can write Is equals to what? We know the formula to calculate the current of a series combination is Is equals to Ne divided by R plus small n small r. And if you put the value here, the value of n, there are two number, n means the number of cell. Here you can see there are two number of cells. So the value of n will be here 2, electromotive force is 1.5, external resistance is given here 10, and again a number of cell is here 2, and internal resistance is 0.5. Now if we calculate it, then after calculation we will get answer. The current of this current of the circuit A is 0.27 ampere. So this is the answer of this question number C. I hope all of you have understand. Now let's solve this question number D. The question is, in which circuit the external resistance will be heated more? That means we have to calculate the rate of increase of heat, and we have to calculate the rate of increase of heat, that means power. If we calculate the power in every circuit, then we can say which circuit will be heated, or which external resistance will be heated more. So before that we have to calculate the current for both circuit, and we already calculate the current for first circuit. Now we have to calculate the current of the second circuit. Due to this, I write here, in case of the circuit B, in electromotive force is E, and whose value is 1.5, and electromotive force for all the cells are same, this is 1.5. External resistance for circuit 2 is given here 10 ohm, and internal resistance of the circuit is also given here 0.3 ohm. First we have to calculate the current of this circuit B is IP, and we have to calculate it. And we know the formula to calculate the current in the circuit B, and the circuit this combination is the parallel combination. You can see these are E1, E2 and E3. These all the cells are connected in here, parallel combination, and we know the current passing through the parallel. We know the current for parallel circuit is IP equals to N E divided by N capital R plus small letter r. Here N is the number of cell, and you can see there are 3 number of cells. Now if you put the value, N is here 3, electromotive force is given here 1.5, N is 3, this is number of cell, R is given here 10 ohm, plus internal resistance is given here 0.3. Now if we calculate this expression, then we will get the answer of the current for the second circuit, and we will get the current for the second circuit will be 15 ampere. Now we have to calculate the rate of heat in the external resistance. Again we know the formula of the heat is A is equals to I square RT, right? And now if we divide this T with H, then formula will be H divided by T equals to I square into R. We divide here T because T is not mentioned here. Now this is the heat per time. That means we can say this is actually power. So we get here the formula power is P equals to I square R. Let's apply the formula of power for circuit A and circuit B. Circuit A, the formula of power will be P1 equals to IS into R, and this R is here R1. Now if you put the value IS, we already calculated the value of IS, which was 0.27 square, and R is here 10. So after calculation we will get the power 0.744 watt. So this is the power of this first external resistance. Now let's calculate the power for second external resistance that included in the figure 2 in circuit B, and the formula of power will be here P2 equals to IP square into R2, and we already calculated the value of IP, which is 0.15 square, and R2, value of R2 is given 10. Now if we calculate it, we will get answer 0.221 watt. Now we can compare these two. The power of the circuit A is greater than the power of circuit B. So we can say power of the circuit A is greater than power of the circuit B. So we can say this R1 resistance for circuit A will be heated more compared to the circuit B. That's all for today. If you have any problem related to our today's class that I have discussed in my class, then you may ask your subject teacher. Thank you for your patient hearing. Stay safe, stay home.